If we have a new CSGO operation coming around with the new Dreams and Nightmares case, or just sometime around it, it's really good to be prepared so you can make the most bang for your buck with buying in, whether on operation skins or just using the operation stars in the most profitable way to either make your money back and make a good return on it. So today, I'm going to be giving you guys some advice on how to maximize profit when the next operation comes around so you're well and prepared. But just before we get into it, as always, if you're in the 65% of people that aren't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any new CSGO investing videos. And just before we get into it, as always, this video is sponsored by Skinport, the best way out there to buy CSGO skins and begin investing for cheap. Skinport has an inventory of 160,000 plus skins to choose from with anything you want, and prices much cheaper than the Steam market. You can find pretty much anything you want for around 20 to 30% off on Skinport. If you're too lazy to use the tactics in this video, that's all good because you could still save some money by doing this. You can find that knife you've always been wanting for an actual reasonable price and not the inflated Chuck E. Cheese token currency like Steam wallet funds, because it's all with real money and there's no hidden fees when you buy. It's always the number on your screen and it's always directly through your bank, whether for buying or selling. And if you're looking to sell skins for real money, they're great for that too. They just integrated a new selling fee, which is only 6% on skins over $1,000. And most importantly, they're a completely safe and trustworthy site with a 4.9 rating on Trustpilot. So be sure to start making some money today, whether buying or selling skins on Skinport. With that link in the description, it does help me out a lot and it helps you save a ton of money. So for now, let's get right into the video. So first of all, let's look at skin prices from the different collections in the past. Specifically, we'll look at Broken Fang, both because it's the most recent operation and because I assume we're gonna see a similar styled battle pass or shop or whatever you want to call it, where you can spend stars on specific items in the next operation as well. So I think everything should be similar next time around, whether with price or with the shop, pretty much with everything. So let's start by looking at the UMP crime scene, an affordable skin for most people. Started at $25 the first day of the operation, as no one really knew what price to list it at on the market, and the first people that got this skin as a drop were obviously really lucky and got to choose that price. And eventually, as more and more people got it, they think, oh, I'll sell it right away, it's brand new, not a lot of people are gonna have it, it's at a really good price. This is probably when it's worth the most, but that actually isn't true at all, because unlike normal cases in the game, there isn't an absolute ton of these things coming into supply, and unlike cases again, people actually have a reason to buy these operation skins right away, to invest in them, and because people don't know what to list them at, so you can abuse that as well. So in the first week of the operation, it seems like it's a great time to buy, as the actual legitimate price of these things is still being figured out. If we look at the Emerald Deagle from the Shattered Web operation, we see a very similar trend. It starts off cheap, but as an operation skin that's highly sought after, used in trade-ups and kept as a collection item that gains value, it increased both throughout the operation and after the operation. Even though there's a lot more coming into supply throughout the operation, it still increases. But if you look carefully at these trends, there is a slight difference at the beginning. The first day, the UMP was $25, then dropped into the teens the next day, just to slowly increase as time went on throughout the operation mostly. But if we look at the Deagle, it started off at its very lowest point and then slowly started to build up as time went on. I think waiting past the first day until a lot of the hype dies down can be good, or probably your best option. But buying in the first week definitely seems to be the best option, at least from past trends. It's hard to time it exactly perfectly, but the first week seems to be the safest, so just keep that in mind for the first few weeks of the operation. It's one of the very few times I recommend buying on the Steam market compared to Skinport, but later on, like the second week of the operation when all those skins are tradable, keep your eye out on Skinport because you can find some really good snipes on there as well. But now let's talk about some cases. As I mentioned earlier, I think there's going to be a similar, if not completely the same item shop like we saw with Broken Fang in the next operation, which means cases are probably going to be the safest buy if you want to make a return on your investment with the battle pass. The vast majority of people are going to be buying them because they'll actually get like a guaranteed return on investment if you spend all your operation stars on them like we saw with Broken Fang. So we're probably going to see them slowly decrease as time goes on, more and more throughout the operation, with dips every time a new week of missions comes out, just like we saw with Broken Fang. So waiting for that initial dip after the new week of missions comes out seems to be a good time to sell your case. Sure, you're only missing out on like a few cents if you do it on the first day, but it doesn't really matter. If you want the best time to sell, just wait like a day after the new missions drops and everybody's getting their stars and selling cases, and you can usually sell them at a good price. But overall, selling them soon as you get them seems to be like the best move, especially since Valve showed us last time that it doesn't seem like we're going to be seeing an operation case with an entirely exclusive rare special item to the case. In fact, they released the Snakebite case the day after Broken Fang ended, which they may very well do again in the next operation, which is why I recommend selling the case right away and not holding it any longer than you have to. But that also means a lot more people should be selling their cases as soon as they get them rather than investing in them, because a lot of people got busted this time around. So cases might not make you like $50 if you sell them all on the Steam market this time around, but I'm sure they'll still get you at least the money you paid for the operation pass. I mean, nearly 3 million Broken Fang cases were opened in May, making them one of the most open cases in the month, and just 3 million is a ton on its own. So either way, I think they're going to sell in mass and not just tank in price, even with people having the knowledge that the case isn't an investment anymore. But it's still a good way to make money if you sell it right away in my eyes. So to sum that pretty much last segment up, I think overall, just being ready to sell cases as soon as you get them in the operation is the best move, but when it comes to skins, buying them right away and holding onto them as soon as possible is the best move. So pretty much reverse for both of those things. But overall, all you gotta really know is sell cases early to make money and get a hold of operation skins as soon as possible to hold as investments, as people don't really know what price to sell them at the beginning. And we're most likely gonna see the same trend that we saw in the last operation. But as per usual, all of this is just my own opinion backed by past trends on the market. I've been playing this game and looking at the market for over 6 years now and know a lot about it, but there always is risk and Valve can do some weird stuff like they've never done before, so always keep that in mind. But besides all that, I think that does wrap it up for this video, so of course, don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed and want to check out some of my other CSGO related investing videos and how to make some fat stacks off the game. And of course, check out Skinport if you want to save a ton of money buying and selling skins as well, and get started on your investing journey. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.